Today I thought I'd show you how I make my spice mix. This is something I've made for many, many years, and if any of you know my daughters who went to university, this is the mix they used to take every time they went back after a break. And they'd always take extra jars of it because all their friends used to enjoy it too. And it was a simple way of making a very inexpensive meal tasty. All I have here are some red chillies. These particular ones, although they're large, they're picante, so they're hot. I have 3 bulbs of garlic and a quantity of ginger. And what I do is I chop all this up, put them all in the food processor, and then blend it together with some olive oil. So for example, with the chilli, obviously be very careful when you're using chillies with your hands. Make sure you wash them as soon as you've finished. I literally just cut them into 4 and place them in the pot. And again, same with the ginger. I would peel the ginger, chop it into bits and put it into the pot. So I've cut all the chillies up, as you can see, not too small, just chopped. They go in. I've peeled all the garlic, so that's 3 bulbs of garlic in there. But you can literally do this with any amount of any of the products. So this is the ginger. I've cut the ginger a little bit smaller because it's so fibrous and it'll break down much easier if it's a bit smaller. So all those go in. As I say, quantities really don't matter. You can do as much or as little, each one of them depending on your particular tastes. So we're going to pop the lid on that now. And obviously we need to put a little bit of fluid in there to give it so that it'll mulch up and go very smooth all together. So I'm just going to take that out of there. In here I've got a total of 300 mils of oil. Now we may not need to use 300, again it depends on what the quantities you're using are. I'm going to add a little bit first of all just to start. We may not need to use all 300 ml, but it's good to have some liquid in there to help it all emulsify together. So we'll turn it on and let's start mixing it all up. I'm just going to stop it there and brush down the sides so that the bits that are sticking on the top can be incorporated. And I'm going to put a little drop more oil in again. Now it's all beginning to incorporate, and I think it still needs just a little bit more oil. Let's see how much we've used so far. Okay, so I've only used about 150 so far, so I'm going to add about another 50 and see if that's the correct consistency. You want a paste. It doesn't have to be smooth, but you really do want it to be a paste consistency. And there you go, I think that's it. So, as you can see, it's a sort of a sloppy paste consistency, and what you do now is you place that now into some sterilised jars. Now it doesn't matter what size jar you have. We use a lot of it, so I tend to do a larger one for myself. If I'm giving it to people to try or for the girls to take home, I tend to keep some smaller jars in, and then I can give them a couple to give out to their friends who I believe still ask for it today. So let's pop some of this in the jars. just grab a spoon. So here we are. I've placed all the paste now into some jars. The larger one will be for myself because I use this in most dishes, and the smaller one will be for a friend who I've promised some. Now what I normally do with this is just to give it a little seal on the top. I normally just pour a little bit of olive oil on the top of the jar so that it can sit in the fridge and it's got sort of a seal on the top. This will keep for months because there is olive oil in it, so it'll keep it nice and fresh. And you can use it literally for anything. I use it in pastas, I use it in chilies, I use it to spice up soups. You can use it in a tomato dish on pasta. You can literally just put it with some olive oil in a pan with pasta. And this is why I say, for if you've got family going to university at all in September, hopefully all this will be over in September. But these little jars here, you know, if they're coming to the end of the term and they're running out of cash, just a tin of tomatoes, a bag of spaghetti and a spoon of this, and it just lifts everything up and makes it all nice and tasty and spicy. So I hope you'll try it. As I say, no quantities, as much chilli, garlic and ginger as you want to use, and you just add the olive oil to make it to a paste. So good luck and see how you think. Try it very sparingly first, because some chilies are hotter than others, and you'll find that what was 1 spoon in 1 jar, one time you've made it, the second time you make it, it could be twice as hot in the same spoonful. So just be careful and enjoy.